my name's Penny. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about the top 5 books I want to read before the end of the year. So this is a top 5 Wednesday prompt. Top 5 Wednesday is a Goodreads group where every Wednesday there is a prompt. I will leave all the details for the group down below. So I already did a video at the start of the year for 10 books that I wanted to read this year, and so far I've read 0 of them, but I'm not going to talk about any of those in this video. Those are still on the list. I still want to read them, but let's talk about 5 other books that I really want to read. But those books were primarily ones that I actually own already and just trying to get through my TBR shelf. This video I'm going to focus on books that I don't own yet, although I'm not going to talk about my most anticipated books of the year because I'm probably going to talk about them in my mid-year freakout tag, which I'm planning to do next week. So if you want to know about those, check in next week. But I went through my Goodreads want to read shelf and I picked out the 5 books on there that I most want to read. So number 5 is the Lock and Key series. So one of the things I've really been trying to do this year is find graphic novels that I really like, and I haven't. Like, there's been some that I have kind of liked, but there haven't been any that I've really thought was amazing, except maybe Lock and Key. But I do find in general graphic novels do take a little bit to get going. So far I've read the first 2 volumes, but I still haven't quite decided if I like it, but I do like the way it's heading. So this year I really want to catch up on that series, and I think there's 5 out so far. So hopefully once I've read those, I'll be able to decide for sure whether I really like that series or not. So far I am really enjoying it, so I really want to just read the rest. Oh yeah, I should mention what it's about. It's really an intergenerational story where these children end up going back to the family home, and when they're there they start finding all these keys that do weird things, like they turn you into a ghost, or they change your gender, or they let you open up your head and see your memories and put things in and take things out. All sorts of strange powers. But there's also this mystery of how the parents' previous experiences with these keys kind of mixes together with the children's current experiences. And I'm really liking how the whole thing is unfolding. So number 4 is To Kill a Kingdom by Alexandra Christo. So there have been a lot of mermaid / siren type books lately, and I am totally into this trend. I've been wanting more mermaid books for a long time, and then I started looking and suddenly they're everywhere. This is one that's been quite popular. I've seen a lot of people talking about it, so I'm interested to read it. I believe it's sort of a Little Mermaid retelling, except that the prince is a siren killer and the siren is a human killer, and somehow they're going to fall in love despite that. Probably. I don't know, but I'm really interested in reading it. So number 3 is Iron and Magic by Ilona Andrews. So this is, I believe, a new series. This new series follows Hugh d'Ambray, who is the leader of the army of kind of the evil father in the Kate Daniels series. I'm not sure how I feel about a male lead character because I really enjoy Ilona Andrews, how well she writes really strong women and really interesting women, and men are just kind of boring. But hopefully Hugh will be interesting. I think he is quite an interesting character, and the situation he's put in is interesting, so I definitely want to read it. Especially, I love Ilona Andrews' writing. It's a given that I'm going to read it, just whether I make it to this year or not, I'm not sure, but I want to read it this year. Then number 2 is another book that's been quite hyped on BookTube recently, which is The 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. So I believe that this is a science fiction that follows someone who is trying to figure out a murder, but the trick is that they keep reliving the same day, and every day they're in a different body and they never know which body they're going to be in. I think it sounds like a really interesting concept, and I've heard a lot of really good reviews about it, so hopefully I will like it. It has actually just come through today for me from the library, so I will definitely be reading it really soon. Then lastly, the top book I want to read before the end of the year is Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. Again, this is another book widely hyped on BookTube. I do need to, before I read Six of Crows, read the Grisha trilogy. I have heard people say you don't need to read it, but I can't quite convince myself to do that. I think I want to get the best experience possible, and I think that means knowing what happened in the Grisha trilogy, even though I've heard mixed reviews about the Grisha trilogy. And it also means I need to read another 3 books before I can even read Six of Crows. But still, I really would like to read Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom before the end of the year if I can manage it. And I think I can. It's only June, right? So if you've read any of the books that I just mentioned, let me know whether you think they're actually worth reading or not. Or subscribe if you want to know what I think about those books once I have read them. I think there's a pretty good chance that I will get to most of the books on that list by the end of the year. Although it will be interesting to check back at the end of the year. Hopefully it's not like my 10 books that I said I was going to read at the start of the year, but I'm going to read those 10 books. Okay, anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day, and I will see you next time.